Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives.
I'll take you for a ride. I'm a garbage truck.
Welcome, everybody, to the November 15th, 2020 edition of Weisscast. I am your host, Aaron Weiss, alongside the man who's making his triumphant return, the Milledgeville Mamba himself, Bryant K. Stinson.
Hey.
And also alongside a guy that you might recognize from another podcast, the King of Gordon himself, Alexander M. Weiss.
Hello.
At
I'm in the wrong
gmail.com,
podcast.
business inquiries only. How's everyone doing? It's a beautiful November morning.
Bryant's on the move.
On the move.
Always on the move.
Always on the move.
I'm doing pretty well. Yeah. I'll leave it at that.
Ryan, what are you getting from the refrigerator? Can I have some?
No, because you wouldn't wait when I said wait.
Fair enough. I thought I didn't think you were being serious, to be honest with you.
I've done that before, to be fair.
Yeah, you have. So I can't have any, whatever it is. Probably just water or something.
Water.
This is not Quenchcast, though. Of course, this is Weisscast, the show where each and every week on your favorite podcast service, Bryant and I talk about the nerdy news that we think you should know about. If you like that and you want to be a part of the show, go to patreon.com/Weisscast, where you can ask your questions that you want to be aired on the podcast. Still no one wants to do that for some reason. I don't know why, but it's really taken an emotional toll on me. I've gotten back into counseling.
It literally gave me COVID, so
It literally did, and gave Alex an ulcer. But you know what?
This was medical cast.
This is Medcast. Thank you to our producer, Chrono Slinger. If you don't have any change to toss our way, no big deal. You can catch the show each and every Sunday. Yes, that's right, Sunday, on podcast services around the globe. Housekeeping for you.
My favorite
have-
being the Russian one.
The Russian podcast service,
Mhm.
Castpod.
Gorbakov. Gorbakcast. Okay.
Linen-cast. Housekeeping for you. I've not been good at sticking to the schedule, the release schedule for Weisscast or Weiss Camera Action. So I'm changing the schedule to more fit my personal schedule. Weisscast will now go up on Sundays on everywhere. And Weiss Camera Action will go up on Fridays everywhere. Also, we want Patreon to actually be an enticing option. So over the next couple weeks, we're going to be coming up with newer and better incentives for Patreon producers, including possibly an exclusive monthly episode of either Weiss Camera Action or Weisscast. But we'll be talking about that later. More information on that later. Like I said, hopefully we can come up with some really enticing incentives to get Patreon producers, so we don't have to produce the show ourselves. By we, I mean me.
Wouldn't it be great to hire an editor?
Oh, I don't care about editing. I'm just talking about paying the hosting website.
Oh.
If I could get 10 Patreon producers at $1 a piece, or one Patreon producer at $10, it'd be so nice.
5 Patreon producers at $2 a piece.
Hey, the math is there. You know what I mean? Today's episode is brought to you by Weiss Camera Action, but more on that later. For now, let's begin the show with what is and forever will be
From around the web.
From around the web. I was pausing for dramatic effect, Bryant, because I always forget to pull up the dang thing.
I was about to say.
Let's read the news. Bryant, how many articles do we have today?
Like 6.
It's not even close, but a baker's dozen. This first article comes to us from...
Is it The Verge?
It is not, actually. It is from XDA Developers. A writer by the name of Brandon Russell on XDA Developers wrote this. The headline is, future Pixel phones will not get unlimited Google Photos backups. And the kind of B part of the story, it's actually that's actually kind of the B part of the story. The A part of the story is Google Photos is getting rid of unlimited storage, period, for free. It's been around for what, Alex, 6 years or
As long as
so?
I can remember, yeah.
Can you only remember 6 years back?
Mm-hmm.
No,
You
6 years sounds right.
I'm going to see a neurologist.
I don't know if Google Photos has been around for more than 6 years.
Yeah, I think 6 years sounds right.
It has been.
But I mean, if in case you don't know, Google Photos is this amazing service where you can just download the app on whatever phone you have, if it's Android or iPhone, and whatever photos you take with your phone, it just automatically backs up to that. And I mean, I have years worth of photos on Google Photos, and if you had a Pixel, a Google Pixel, you could have the full quality photo backed up. And I know other Android phones, it wouldn't save the full quality. Actually, little known fact, on iPhone, because of the formatting, it did save the full quality. So that's a little life hack for you.
Because of, Cool.
Yeah.
Does that include video?
I don't know if it includes video, but I know for sure it was pictures. I wish it was video because iPhone takes hands down the best video on smartphones right now. Actually, they have for a while, but
Shout
yeah.
out my 4K on my XR.
Shout out to my 4K on my XR. Shout out to Bryant's 4K on his SE.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, 4K. This, of course, is not brought to you in 4K. This is stereo.
There's 4 screens here. We got 3 of us and Craig.
Oh, this is not.
Craig's worth something, you know what I mean?
This is freaking stereo. Oh my God.
Anyways, yeah, this is really sad that they're forcing you to start pay for Google One, which is their, it's pretty much iCloud.
It's a terrible name.
Yeah, it's a terrible name. I don't know why they named it that, but I mean they're pretty much forcing you to pay for it starting in April of next year.
If you're an Android user, period, if you want unlimited photo cloud storage.
No, this is if you use Google Photos, period.
Oh, whack.
Yeah. I already pay for Google One. It's only $2 a month.
Only $2 a month. Man.
But the thing is, for some reason, I was just talking about this with Alex before you got on, Bryant. I also pay for iCloud, even though I don't need it. And that's my timer for my chicken. Will you guys continue to talk about this ridiculousness that is? You can talk about the chicken if you want, but I'd prefer if you talk about Google Photos.
What if we just
in the
stay
podcast?
quiet? What if we just stay quiet the whole time and just gave him this giant dead space to edit out?
All right, welcome to the side podcast of Weisscast. This is Alex and Bryant coming at you live for the next 5 to 10 minutes while Aaron prepares his buffalo chicken.
Oh man, Google.
What's been going on in the world of Bryant lately?
Oh well, I've been really just recovering from contracting COVID.
You really did contract COVID.
I did, yes, I did. Certified have had a positive COVID test in the last week.
Were your symptoms bad, or did you like? Yeah, tell me about your symptoms.
Yeah, so I never lost my ability to smell or taste, but I did develop a cough, some cold chills, some body aches. It wasn't fun.
Oh, that doesn't sound fun.
Yeah. So yeah, and I just don't understand why Google is doing what they're doing. You know what I mean? They should just keep using. We weren't talking about it. I'm sorry.
That concludes the sidecast of Weisscast.
Well, the good news is the chicken's done. Stay tuned next year for. I don't know what a Weiss cooking podcast would be called, but
Does it have to have Weiss in the name?
that's the brand.
Oh, well, I'm sure you think of something in a year.
Enough about Google Photos, probably.
I mean, I'll say a piece. Like it does suck when your free service goes away, but I'd hope that a paid service. I don't know if this is true, but I hope a paid service would ensure maybe a little more privacy and not like them using
Yeah.
your data to pay for the service. I don't know if that's the case, but
Typically, paid services are used kind of in an incentivized way by companies to produce something that's a bit more quality than free services. That's not typically always true, but I think that is in the minds of the company. Like, what we can make money and then use that extra cash to kind of provide better quality services as a brand. We'll see if they do that though.
Yeah, I think it's not necessarily the worst thing in the world. Like I said, Google One starts at $2 a month, and that gets you 100 gigs of storage. And like I said, I don't know how many. I don't think you can check how many gigs of photos you have on Google Photos right now, right?
I know of. I feel like there's some kind of weird uh in implementation with Google Drive where if you look at Drive, you can see how much space
Okay.
you've used, period. But I don't know.
hmm
Google's just weird.
It's so fragmented.
Yes, fragmented is what I. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, not to beat a dead horse, but this stinks. Let's go on to look, Bryant. I think you got something special in the mail last week. Would you like to talk about it?
I did. I received my Xbox Series S in the mail on Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday, whatever the release day was. Yeah, January. Jeez, November 10th, which was the release date for the next generation. I guess the current generation now of Xbox consoles. So I received my Series S, and I love it. It's really nice. It has been for the last 5 days at least. Yeah. What else? What else do you want to know about it?
For those here on the podcast that don't know about the Series S, Alex, can you explain it to him like he's 5?
It's a tiny box that plays games made by Xbox digitally. No disk drive.
Okay, maybe like he's 15.
Yeah, so it's smaller than the Series X, which kind of sits a bit more like a tower. It's basically the all digital version of the Xbox Series X, in
Okay.
to put it in super simple terms. Yeah, the Series X has a disk drive attached to the console, so you have the flexibility to play games digitally or have hard copies. But the Series S does not have a disk drive.
Now
It
with
also
the
has about
X.
half the storage.
Okay. If you had gone the X route, does it do the same thing as the Xbox One, where it would, even if you had the disc, it would just copy the game to the hard drive and
Yes,
render the disc useless?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you that way you would only need the disc. You would still need the disc, but it wouldn't necessarily. But yeah, it would render the game to the hard drive. But this you can only buy games via the Microsoft Store.
I for sure took a bite at the wrong time.
It's all good.
So yeah, I mean, both PlayStation and Xbox have an all digital version now.
Hmm.
The difference with the Xbox is that it's just slightly less powerful than the one with the disc.
Yep.
PlayStation 5, the only difference is there's no disc drive.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you are a PlayStation owner, and PlayStation came out I think yesterday, so 2 days ago. I think so. I think the 13th, 12th, something like that. Yeah. So if you're a PlayStation owner, you don't
Friday.
sacrifice any power by not having the disk drive. But I was actually surprised at how small the Series S is. The Series S is about as big as a tissue box, and a little bit longer than a tissue box. And I've seen large paperback books bigger than this thing. It's very small.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm impressed from a manufacturing standpoint at how Xbox made it as compact as they did. It's still a very good console. The load times are very fast. Um, it's still compatible with the Samsung T5 solid state drive that I bought when I was using my Xbox One, and it works really really well with that as well. So I'm not losing. I'm not, at least from what I can tell, I'm not losing a whole lot by using that opposed to like the Seagate um, internal SSD that you
Mm-hmm.
can purchase for like $200. But yeah, I mean, other than that though, there's not really a whole lot of difference between the Series S and say the Xbox One X. the the interface the for the sign in screen is basically the same. The dashboard is the same. And so as far as usability goes, as far as like usability goes or user friendliness, it's like that puts it at a 10 out of 10 just with that alone. You don't have to go through any major dashboard overhauls or changes or anything like that. And so that's nice. The controller is, I mean, the controller has, in addition to a share button, it has a share button in the middle, with grips on the I don't even know what you want to call them, feet of the controller, and then the triggers have grips as well. Outside of that, and the D-pad is a little bit more clicky and responsive, but outside of that, Xbox really went with the if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of deal. So yeah, I enjoy it for what it was worth. It's a really really good, very powerful machine. I'm ready to play
Mm-hmm.
some games that actually push it a little more because I don't have any games that are made specifically for this console yet. So I'm not able to push its limits or attempt to push its limits yet. I was gonna do that in like 4 days, but Cyberpunk's not coming out till next month. So we'll see. But yeah, I enjoy it.
Does the Series S and Series X, do they let's see, does your digital library from previous generations carry over and
Mm-hmm.
completely?
Completely. Every single game that I owned
Cool.
on my Xbox One digitally, I own on my Series X.
Right.
Yep. Full backwards compatibility from day one.
Is there nice?
It is. It's very very nice.
Also
That's
with
something I wish Nintendo would get on.
oh yeah, Nintendo's never gonna do that.
They're never gonna do that.
What was I gonna say? Oh, also with xCloud and Game Pass Ultimate, like you I mean, from day one, you could, if you didn't have any games at all, like had no history of games, like Alex, if you wanted to get in, I think you're frozen right now, but if you wanted to get, if you wanted to get into the Xbox ecosystem from day one, you could buy an Xbox and then for $15 a month have access to close to 200 games spanning all generations of Xbox and pretty much every Xbox exclusive. And also, it's more than 200 games now because they added EA Play games. So you could play Jedi Fallen Order, and I mean the new Star Wars Battlefront. Well, it's not new, but newer. I mean, I've been playing that recently, and it's so fun.
Battlefront 2 new, not classic.
Yes, Battlefront 2 new, not classic. That's the official title.
I've got the classic
Trademark.
one.
But yeah, I mean, it's a great time for video games. But I think we have all been caught up on a little show close, near and dear to our hearts, The Mandalorian on Disney Plus.
This is your spoiler alert.
Spoilers. I will leave timestamps here, aka I will give us a 5-minute timer to talk about this.
Cool.
So, starting 5 minutes from now.
Bryant, first 3 episodes, what do you think? Season 2.
I thought that so far season 2 has been a bit up and down. I didn't really care for episode 2 very much. It was good, but it wasn't too. It wasn't to the level that I had become accustomed to in watching the first season of The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian had up and down episodes as well for the first season, but many more episodes that I thought were really good, opposed to episodes that were kind of whatever. I remember watching episode 2 and being like, this is kind of not that big of a deal of an episode. Like, it's fun. It's one of those world building episodes that I think is necessary for a show like this. But outside of that, there wasn't much to it. But they more than made up for it in episode 3. Episode 3 was one of the best episodes of the series so far. Just with the cameo of one of my favorite Star Wars characters, and then name dropping another Star Wars character, who they are keeping this character's live action version under wraps, just like they did the reveal of Baby Yoda. I mean, which I'm pumped about it. And apparently, I mean, since we're gonna, I mean, we can probably go ahead and spoil it, but Ahsoka Tano is going to be in this season. We already know that. We know that she's going to be played by Rosario Dawson, but they're not revealing what she's going to look like in live action yet. And there's a rumor that the episode that she will be revealed in is going to be directed by Dave Filoni. So there's a good chance that we could get some serious, real good Mandalorian content coming forward. So I've liked the season so far.
So, I think Aaron and I both liked episode 2 more than you did, based on Aaron's facial reaction. What I've appreciated about the show is like it's got those little Easter eggs and connections if you know where to look for them.
Yep.
And how they connect to where able to follow the whole story, and she's never seen Rebels, she's never seen Clone Wars, so I appreciate the balance they've struck between like connecting it to the old and also telling their own story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that this season it didn't start like on a low note, but I just didn't think that it started as good as like I don't know. The first episode to me seemed like one of the lower episodes from season 1, if that makes sense. Like I thought it could have started off with more of a bang, but then I mean, like I still enjoyed the episode season of or episode 1. But episode 2 I kind of I was like, all right, cool, more side questy stuff, but it really wasn't. It was, I think, in tandem with episode 3, like it's like the means to an end. Like Mando was just looking for more Mandalorians. I mean, that's his quest. That's like part his B quest, right? Like he's been looking for Mandalorians this season, and he's been quested to take Yoda or Baby Yoda to the Jedi, and so in season 2 or episode 2, he has a lead, and um he has a lead, and he has to take this frog lady to this planet, which I mean, I don't do they name the planet? It's pretty much Mon Calamari.
Trask.
It's Trask.
They
Trask. Trask is a black market world.
but it's literally inhabited by Mon Calamarians.
Yes. Yes.
The squid people.
Yeah, well,
It
but
is-
also
it is
the
inhabited by Calamarians.
the Admiral Akbar people, they're the you know they're from the same planet.
Yeah, they're from.
Yeah, but it's not Mon Calamari.
Right. And yeah, I mean it's really good. I mean, seeing Bo-Katan in live action was
Oh my
awesome. The
They picked the best actress for her. Oh
she's
my
so
It's
good.
the same actress. It's the same actress.
She's the voice actress.
Did you guys know that?
No.
It's the voice actress.
She's the
Yes.
voice
What?
actress. That I did
Yeah.
not know that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
super badass.
I didn't know that because she's been in Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, and she was in a season of 24, and what else was she in? She's been in a lot of things, but yeah, she's such a good actress.
I thought I was like, man, she looks just like her. Well, there you go.
Yeah, so the timer for what you call it just went off the discussion, but one quick thing. The reveal that Mando was raised by the Death Watch was insane. Like, how could I forget about the Death Watch? Like, they were such a big part of Rebels and Clone Wars.
Yep.
Like, yeah, because I mean, the whole first season and up until this point, we were just wondering, like, what happened to the Mandalorians? Like, why are they this tribal society again? Like, what happened? Like, did the Empire like destroy them that badly? But no, I mean, the Death Watch were always kind of on the outs of Mandalore, and yeah, it's just it was a really cool reveal, and he had no idea because he was taken in as a small child. Like he thought that was the only way.
Yeah, he's a foundling, which is funny when he was talking to Bo-Katan. He's like, "You're not Mandalorian," and I was like, yeah, she's about as Mandalorian as it gets, but she actually was the last person to wield the Darksaber before Moff Gideon has it. So yeah, I was like, she's about as Mandalorian as it possibly gets. She's
Yep.
mouth.
That was a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Yeah, but I'm excited, and I love how the Mandalorian is such a show, and this is one of those things you're gonna run into this in Star Wars where people are gonna want cameos. They're gonna want cameos with characters. They're gonna want people to show up, and they're gonna find a balance to bringing these characters in and make these characters look as incredible as they are, all the while not taking the spotlight off of the main character of the show, because um, then the Mandalorian is still relatively new to us as watchers,
Yep.
but people who know a whole lot about the Star Wars mythos are very familiar with Bo-Katan Kryze. So it was nice for them to be able to bring those two characters together and give her a platform and spotlight in live action to go out and um, do her thing, be incredible, but not completely detract from what's going on with Din and his quest to return Baby Yoda. We'll
Mhm.
see if they can do the same thing with Ahsoka Tano, who is probably one of the most popular Star Wars characters of all time. So we'll see how well they do that in this one. And I hope that there's apparently going to be a lightsaber battle in this season that rivals the movies.
Ooh.
So yeah, that's what I've heard. I've heard there's gonna be a lightsaber fight in this season that rivals the movies, and I hope that they're not lying to me, because I wasn't even expecting to see lightsabers in the Mandalorian.
I'm gonna say one more thing real quick to Brian's point. Like the way that they do the, I guess the cameos or the reintroduction of characters from other parts of the franchise, in Mandalorian, I think is great. Like you contrast the way they inserted Bo-Katan like organically into the story versus how they just shoved Emperor Palpatine into Episode 9,
Hmm.
and you're like, whoa, Palpatine, who hasn't been,
It's
like
always been him.
it's always been
the
him.
the dead
Like,
speak.
yeah, the dead speak. Wait, what? Like
Yeah.
it's just like worlds difference between like the way they shove characters into the movie, like Episode 9, and the way they're like, oh, this person fits into the story of the Mandalorian because
Hmm.
he's part of their culture, and of course he would find somebody that's um opposes him philosophically but is kind of connected to him. Like it makes sense. He's looking for them.
Crazy. Crazy stuff. All right. On to our last segment. Well, not last segment, second to last segment. Yesterday.
Third to last.
Yesterday? Was it
It probably was yesterday if it's what I'm thinking of. If
It was
it's-
two. It was 2 days ago.
Eric Bailey,
Okay.
Twitter legend,
Yep.
tweeted out what was it, like, favorite dormant or dead franchise? Like,
Dead franchised.
yeah,
Yeah, dead
dead
franchise.
video game franchise. And I think we all have at least one that we want to talk about. I tweeted one, but I feel like it's also one that Bryant would want to talk about.
2 days. You're right. Somebody's right.
It was Bryant. Bryant's right. Bryant is correct. That is Bryant K. Stinson, BK Stinson08 on Twitter and Instagram. Follow him. So I mean, I don't necessarily want to change franchises, but I want to talk about a different one that I think is it is time for. It's not a franchise by any means, but it's time for a sequel. And that is Star Wars Bounty Hunter.
Ooh.
Mm.
So
The time is right now because of The Mandalorian.
because of The Mandalorian, exactly. Star Wars Bounty Hunter was a game that came out during the prequels, and it started Jango Fett, and you could play as him, and it was so much fun. It's a third person action game. I have it for GameCube. I think it came out for PlayStation and Xbox as well. And it's just a lot of fun. You could be a Mandalorian bounty hunter and just go on all sorts of missions. And I think that a sequel where you could play as Mando would be a lot of fun. Even if it was a prequel to the actual TV show,
Mhm.
that could be really cool. It doesn't necessarily have to take the same storyline as the TV show. If it like ended with him on his quest to get this mysterious target that we see at the very beginning of the TV show, that would be incredible.
Yeah.
I would like to see Respawn Entertainment make this, the same people that did Jedi Fallen Order. I think the time is now for a Star Wars Bounty Hunter 2 or a Star Wars Bounty Hunter reboot. It would be so good. Yeah. So that's my dead / dormant franchise. Alex, what do you got for us?
On Twitter I said Super Mario RPG, but I also have other thoughts about
That's
some
a
other
good one.
games.
That's
What's
a
that?
good one though. Super
Yeah.
Mario RPG is a good one to bring
Yeah, and you
back.
might think, well, we got Paper Mario, we got Mario and Luigi, and I'm like, no, those are good in their own rights, but they're not made by Square, the original makers of Super Mario RPG. They were
Mhm.
made without them because Square and Nintendo did not get along when Paper Mario and Mario and Luigi came out. But now Square and Nintendo are friendly, and all kinds of Final Fantasy games are on the Switch. So I I don't remember if there's any Square exclusives on the Switch. I don't know if there are, but I think the time is now to
Sorry, there is one Square exclusive, Octopath Traveler.
Oh, that's right. Oh, and is there a sequel coming out?
I believe there is, but sorry to
And
interrupt.
what about no, you're good. Uh, what was the one that was on 3DS? I think is that Square? Shoot, what is that?
As someone that got a 2DS late in the life cycle, I have very little knowledge about
Same.
the library.
I'm gonna call it The Last Story, but that's a Wii game. Anyways, so yeah, Square even produced a game for Switch. So like, why not? Like, there's I guarantee there's a good install base already for a Super Mario RPG sequel. Like, and people, including myself, have been clamoring for Geno and Smash for years, and we got 3 more DLC characters. So come on, Geno, you gotta be in Smash. I mean, like, Nintendo does one thing really well, and that's retro. Like they do, bringing back old franchises, old characters. So I don't know if they aren't aware of people who want the sequel, or they don't care, or what. But um, yeah, that's that. The other thing I was thinking of is like, is not a dead franchise in and of itself, but like just playing old games on my computer. Like I tried for about a week to play SimCity 3000, and there's it's not that my Windows 10 computer won't play it, it's that it can't play it because of Windows 10 blocks out the DRM on the CD, the physical CD. So I was forced to buy the game again, which I guess is okay, but like I find some old games at thrift stores, and I'm just like, I'd really like to be able to play these games like without rebuying them, and it just sucks when Windows blocks out this, or it can't decode the DRM on the disk. So that's that. Brian?
Yeah, you know, I didn't see these tweets roll out. But if I had to choose a dormant video game franchise, or dead, not dormant, it's dead. It would be Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. I can't like
There you go.
it's just it's one of the best Star Wars stories that has ever been written. Um, and both games, the Star Wars Knights of the Republic, um, the first one, the original one, is a lot more of your typical kind of like hero's story, kind of you slowly over time. I mean, the game's been out for almost 20 years at this point. So, but you you wake up and you're this Republic soldier, and you find out over time, um, you have visions of you have visions of instances and things that you were not a part of, and you start to ask questions about that and get connected to people who can help you answer those questions. And turns out that you have a very strong connection to the Force. You get trained, you become a Jedi. As you find out more about these visions and these connections, it turns out that you were once Darth Revan, the Dark Lord of the Sith, who used to be a Jedi, but was turned to the dark side during the Mandalorian Wars. And you then, throughout the game, have to make a selection of decisions to decide whether or not you're going to become the Dark Lord of the Sith again, or turn back to the light and defeat the Sith and help the Republic win the war. And it's such a typical kind of hero's journey game, but Star Wars Knights of the Republic 2 is a story that I thought dove into Jedi mythos and light and dark in ways that I still have not seen happen in many of the different outlets that exist, in which you can consume Star Wars, whether they're novels or video games or television or movies, even. Um, and I love the characters in the Star Wars Knights of the Republic franchise. I love the main character and kind of her backstory in KOTOR 2. And I really do feel like with the success of games like Jedi Fallen Order, not so much the success of Star Wars Squadrons. It hasn't tanked, but it's also not that great. I feel like Star Wars is starting, but the multiplayer for Star Wars Squadrons is good. It's just a single player stuff that's kind of hit or miss. But I feel like the time is now to work out all those licensing issues between BioWare and the now defunct LucasArts, and just talk to Disney and get the ball rolling. I mean, I know we probably wouldn't see it anytime soon. BioWare is currently working on a new Dragon Age game. They're also working on rebooting the Mass Effect trilogy in addition to making a new Mass Effect game. So they're going to be busy. But I would love to see Star Wars Knights of the Republic make a comeback, even if they just remastered the first game. I would love to see that. So
I would like to see what's the name of the developer, the one that redid they've done the remaster of Dark Souls. They did the remaster of not Dark Souls, sorry. Demon Souls. They did.
okay,
is it Blue Hole?
I don't know.
The remaster for Demon
For
Souls?
PS5, you mean?
Yeah.
No idea.
Yeah, it's Blue Point, I think.
Blue Point. I would like
they've
to
done
see,
a lot of them.
They have done a lot. They've done a lot, and I would like to see them because they take care of the franchises that they remaster, and they improve upon the games.
Yeah, they did MGS Collection.
Yeah. So
Oh, MGS, man, what a weird franchise.
Very
but
weird.
So good, but so good.
Yeah, I mean they really take care of the remasters that they do, and seeing them take on KOTOR would be sweet. And I would like to see, not only a graphical overhaul, but like some of the mechanics haven't aged very well, just to be completely honest. Like some of the combat stuff has not aged very well. So
But I feel like if you change the combat, man,
they're not gonna not completely change the combat, just make it feel a little bit more modern.
yeah.
I don't want a complete overhaul, but like and not even the way that it feels, just like the animations for it.
Okay, yeah.
You know, because I mean, sometimes you'll be doing attacks and you're like just doing a random flip, and you're like, "What?" You're like, "What is going on with this attack right now?" You're just doing a random flip.
So
But
is the Old Republic, is that related to KOTOR at all, or just marginally?
They tried. Technically, yes.
it has Malik in it, does it not?
It has Revan in it.
It has Revan in it.
Yeah, they have. There's an entire DLC dedicated to Revan trying to finish his story, and it's not good.
Oof.
Yeah, so the Old Republic is related. So there are little Easter eggs and things. Like you can, it's like in the beginning of, obviously in the beginning of KOTOR 1, you're escaping a ship that's being shot down by the Sith called the Endar Spire, and you just get off of it before the Endar Spire blows up and crashes, and obviously the wreckage crashes on the planet. And so on the Old Republic game, you can actually go to Terrace and go visit the Endar Spire's wreckage, and which is one of those things where it's just like, this is cute. Like, and that's about as far as it gets. They tried to, when they made the Old Republic MMO, they tried to connect it to Knights of the Old Republic, and yeah, it just felt kind of hollow. So yeah, the long and short is, yes, it is connected, but no, I don't like it.
Lip service to connection, but it's not like a true continuation of the franchise.
Yeah. Yeah, we never got a Knights of the Old Republic 3. There was one in the works, and then things kind of fell apart. So, and I don't think anybody necessarily wants a KOTOR 3. I think people just want to play a remastered version of KOTOR 1. I don't think it's ever going to happen. But I mean, they remastered Demon Souls. Demon Souls is a super
Half-Life Alyx came out.
That's true. Half-Life Alyx came out. They remastered Demon Souls. I mean, and nostalgia is in right now, and has been for the last like 5 years. So
From the 2000s.
yeah, so nostalgia is in. So if we're gonna do it now.
I think I mean, if they remaster KOTOR 1, they could do number 2 as well, because I heard that game was kind of rushed, and like there was a lot of content that was cut,
Yeah,
and that there's like a patch to restore the content, but the patch didn't really do the greatest job.
It's funny because I mean, it's Obsidian. I think it was one of the first games Obsidian made.
it was
and
the second one was Obsidian.
It was, yeah. The second
Yeah.
game was Obsidian, but it was the first one that Obsidian made, is what Aaron said.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And with that and like New Vegas, they were both rushed. There's like a lot of parallels between the two games. Yeah, I mean, I kind of it'll never happen. I would love to see Obsidian take another crack at it, but now that they're owned by Microsoft, it's more likely to get a New Vegas 2. But I talk about that like every week on Weisscast.
Can you imagine a New Vegas 2? That would be sick. We did get a New Vegas 2, Aaron. It's called The Outer Worlds.
No.
The Outer Worlds is awesome.
It is,
but it is awesome, but it's just not New Vegas 2.
Oh man.
Guys, before we get to 20 questions, let's read a word from our sponsor. Alex, Bryant, do you like being entertained?
No.
Yeah.
Do you like movies?
Love them.
Boy, do I have the podcast for you. Weiss Camera Action has officially left the concept stages and is in full development. Each week, my brother, Alex, my girlfriend, Erica, and I will be watching a movie from either a series or a director's filmography, reviewing it and ranking it. That being said, it's official. we are in the middle of reviewing our first series, The Pirates of the Caribbean. So we will watch one each week, review it, and rank it. The show lends itself to lots of banter and comedy, so be sure to catch it every week, every Friday, on podcast services around the globe. Back to the show. Guys, it is 20 questions time. Alex, do you want to guess?
Do I wait? You two know the answer, and I'm guessing your or
I have no idea what's going on.
isn't it 2 against 1 in this?
Yeah, you know what? I kind of want to guess. And it can either be a game, a movie, or a TV show. And somehow you two figure out something for me to guess.
What? All right, you and I will guess, and Alex. We'll take turns. We'll take
Yeah.
turns.
Okay. That makes more sense. Alex, do you have
Yeah, two guessers works, not two. Movie, game, or what? Or TV show?
TV show.
Yeah, Bryant, what do we want? Do we want a movie, a game, or a TV show?
We've been doing games a lot lately, but since you want to guess so badly, I'll let you choose. But don't screw this up.
Let's do a movie.
I knew it. Oh, oh no. All right, we're doing a movie.
I've got the movie. I've got it.
All right. Was this movie released before January 1st, 2010?
Yes.
Oh, honestly, didn't. Okay. It was released before January 1st, 2010. Was it released? Was this movie released after January 1st, 2005?
I don't think so. Let me check. I'm gonna say no, but let me verify that. Okay. No, it was not released after January 1st, 2005.
Okay.
Criminy. Was this released before January 1st, 2000?
No.
Okay, so we have that 5-year window.
Yep, 2000, 2005. Let's do it.
Excellent.
Excellent.
It's your question.
Oh, yeah, I should probably ask something. Is this movie animated?
No.
Okay.
Great question, by the way. Does this movie... Oh, is this movie, or was this movie well received? There we go. Sorry.
No.
Ooh.
Resounding no.
A resounding no. Oh my goodness, no. Okay, so the movie wasn't well received. Was this movie directed by a reputable director?
I have to see who directed it.
Okay.
No, I've never heard of this guy otherwise.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
Screwed.
Is this a comedy movie?
It's not supposed to be, but
It's not supposed to be, but it is hilarious.
yeah. It is not billed as a comedy movie, but it is funny.
Interesting. Is okay. So it's not supposed to be a comedy movie, but it is funny. Great. So that doesn't help with genre at all. Oh man. Was this movie produced by 20th Century Fox?
No.
Okay. Aaron, it's your turn, by the way.
Was this movie an independent film?
I don't think so. I'm gonna say no. No. That is 9 questions.
All right, I'm gonna stay away from companies for now. Is this movie a rom-com? I don't know why I said rom-com if it's not supposed to be funny. I wasted a question.
Do you want to do over, Bryant?
Yes, is this movie is this movie an action film?
Let me see what IMDb bills it as.
Okay.
Yes, action is one of the genres listed into IMDb.
Okay, sweet.
But don't let that detract you too much.
Okay.
Aaron?
Ooh. Does this movie star an Oscar-winning actor?
Yeah.
And they won an Oscar because of this movie, I bet.
No.
It stars an Oscar-winning actor. Cool. Hmm. Is this movie? Was this movie? um, is the protagonist of this movie male?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, that really changes my guess.
Man.
Three more questions and then you get a hint.
Good. Does this movie... So we know it's from in between 2000 and 2005.
Uh-huh.
One of the subgenres is action, but don't harp on that. And it has an Oscar-winning actor and a female protagonist.
Yep.
Okay.
So, just assuming that. Okay. Okay. Is this movie based on an IP?
Yes.
Huh. So how many questions is that? 14? We're on 14 right now?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Aaron's on the right track, so I'm now going to start throwing questions away. So what you're telling me is that this movie was not produced by Studio Ghibli.
No.
Okay, cool. Aaron, I got nothing.
That's your question?
That was more of a statement.
Yeah, that was a statement. Come on.
Okay.
It's based on an IP.
Okay. It's based on IP. So
Oscar-winning actress as the lead.
oh man.
I think I already know what the movie is, so
I don't think I know what it is. So I'm going to ask my previous question in a different way. Okay, fine. I won't ask my previous question in a different way. But it'd be sick if it was a Studio Ghibli film.
It's not animated.
Not all
We've
Studio
heard-
Ghibli films have to be animated, even
yeah,
though they all are.
that's their thing.
Even though every single one of them is. Oh man. Okay, so it's based on an IP. That's the part that's throwing me off. Oscar award winning actress or actor. I don't know what's going on. Is this movie. So based on an IP, so it means it's fiction. Yeah.
It doesn't have to be your question.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to. All right, Aaron, you take it.
Wait, is that your question, Bryant?
No. I'm passing my question off.
You're passing question 14 back to Aaron.
Yes.
Okay.
Was this movie based on a DC property?
Yep.
Bryant.
One more question, you get a hint.
Is movie star Halle Berry?
Yep.
Okay, I know what it is.
We
You
don't
want
even
the-
need the hint. Actually,
Well,
I'm curious to what your hint would be.
My hint was like, while the star of this movie did have a Oscar, she was also nominated for a Razzie for
Yes,
this movie.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, she was.
Is this movie Catwoman?
Yep.
Nice.
Nice.
That's
So-
that's so funny. It literally, I was going to ask, well, is the protagonist of this movie black? And I was gonna make a joke and say it's the early 2000s. Those didn't really exist. Movies starring black people. But I would have been wrong.
Yeah. So before we got it to a female protagonist, I thought the movie was Battlefield Earth.
That's a 90s movie or 2000. No, that would have fit too.
That would have fit.
Nope.
Yep.
Man,
Well, great.
that's a good choice.
Great choice.
Thank you.
Um,
Have either of you guys seen Catwoman?
I have. It's horrible.
It is. Yeah, it's awful.
Thankfully, I have not seen it.
Well, nothing like Weiss camera action.
Who knows? Maybe we'll put ourselves through that for Weiss camera action.
He's already threatened me with Twilight.
Oh, come on. You can't do Twilight and not do Catwoman.
It wasn't really a threat. It was more of a promise. Folks, this has been Weisscast. I, of course, am your host, Aaron Weiss. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at The Weiss is Right. Follow Weisscast on Instagram and Twitter at Weisscast. If you have the hankering to go to the website, www.weisscast.com, it's still under construction. I am just lazy. Bryant, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at bkstinson08.
And Alex?
Alexander M. Weiss on Instagram and Twitter.
Very, very good. This week's outro song is brought to you by Sty's Mask Remixes, and it is a remix of the Mandalorian theme. We hope you enjoy. We'll see you next week. And until then, this is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.